It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Pushes past him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Mahomes now on first down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Attack, attack!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Hey, 57, 57.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Attack, attack!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On first down, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. He's got room at the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jamison Crowder from 8 yards out. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now Mahomes, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And some space here. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Come back! Come back!
Locates Hardman for another catch. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the grab. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest. I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you? Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 64 yards. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Allen will try to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
They go play fake. Mahomes looking for Gray and finding him once again. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
15. Hey, 43.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Come on, baby.
Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A gain of a yard.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You and I have talked about adjustments so many times during games. Remember, it's really series to series, but coming out after the half, that's a big opportunity, a big time to come out and make one of those plays that can change a game.
Yeah, first play of the third quarter. So offensively, you think of adjustments, but right defensively, maybe you're playing a hunch. You have an adjustment to make.
Yeah, I think sometimes they have that special in there. They've run this type of play all in the first half. If you see it, go get it.
They'll try and sneak it, and he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. On play action, Allen. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Bills 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
It's caught by Davis, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On play action, Allen steps away. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Attack!
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
56.
One final try here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now Allen. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
56, 56.
Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw it. Stiff-armed him. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
43!
Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes will throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Allen to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. 20. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Forced out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And he is out of bounds here. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
60 Bison. Oh, you gotta feel it, man.
Here's Sanders on 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ready.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
Yeah, totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
Sanders throwing on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19s. Probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Jones breaking up that play before it could really get started. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 8-8 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
38.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Blaster, stay.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. 26 yards. And the Dolphins have cut the lead back down to 2. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Smash. Red. Red. Yellow.
Tua going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep this himself. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready?
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to...
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So 8 yards on the completion there, only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Eagles 22.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Second down and goal. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have retaken a third quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Miami.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
White. Claws red. Blue striker. Ready?
On first down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on second down, Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. On first down, Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 24 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. They'll turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
25 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run.
Let's go now.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Hurts. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Tua. This is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And that flag accepted. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Go get him. Go get him.
43 at the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43. Watch out.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Once again, the Dolphins will come out and go for 2.
Black Ultra.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's complete. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Sanders off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're going option play on 3rd down. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 30. 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th.
Dolphins 40. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Start.
Hurts going to take this himself. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Ready, break. Hustle.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Hurts is going to try and run. And some room to roam now. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is taken just shy of the 10. There he goes left side. The 20. And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go, start. Set.
Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Dolphins 46.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. He's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Here's Tua. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded right around the 8. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now again, the Eagles will go for 2. They'll set up a throw. It's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Now Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And, Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we